Good afternoon, and welcome back to Zipp. I'm Jim Douglas, and today we're here to discuss Zipp's line of Tangente tires. Just as a brief overview, Zipp offers both clincher and tubular tires, and as of 3 weeks ago, we have both 21 and 23mm versions of each. The 23mm version of the tire is the latest incarnation and serves to fill a void that our customers have been telling us about since the 21's inception. Both versions of the Tangente are a partnered effort with Vittoria and utilize their coarse-spun 290 TPI casing, as well as a very unique rubber compound allowing for great cornering and a very low rolling resistance. The 21mm Tangente was the first tire designed and formulated in the wind tunnel and still serves as one of the leading tires for aerodynamics thanks to Zipp's proprietary dimpled tread pattern and leading edge radius. This combination will save between 1 and 3 watts of power versus a standard hatch thread tire. And this pattern not only hides from the wind well by creating a boundary layer of air, but also moves on the ground quite quickly. Tour Magazine in Germany actually tested this tire as one of the best for rolling resistance in the 2007 Tire Showdown. As far as choosing a tire, well, that question is a bit more complex and is dependent on the rider and intended usage. The graph you see now depicts the differences between 21, 23, 24, and 27mm tires and how they affect aerodynamics and drag generated by the wheel. We use the new 303 to depict the differences here, but the graph would look similar with any Zipp wheel used. This graph shows that the 21mm tire generates the least drag in the most common wind angles. The 23, 24, and 27mm tires follow respectively with regards to drag created. Although the 21 may be the fastest, it may not always be the right tire for you. The larger tire, the more dampening and smoother ride you should get. In a 40K TT, this may not be a factor. But for an Ironman athlete that has to get off the bike and run a marathon, that lack of fatigue from a high-frequency road vibration may lead to lower run times and a better feeling coming off the bike. The 23mm tire may also benefit the average roadie in that its large tire is going to be more resistant and absorb more of an impact than the 21mm tires will. This, in part, is why we see teams at Paris-Roubaix and other spring classics riding tires up to 27mm in size. The larger tire serves to protect the rim edge better than the 21mm tires would. While we're here, we may as well discuss pressures as well. For clincher tires, Zipp recommends between 7 and 9 bar, or an approximate max PSI of 125 pounds depending on the rate of the rider. For tubular Tangentes, the max pressure extends to 10 bar, or about 145 PSI. But again, this is a max pressure rating, and not necessarily the ideal. Zipp also prints a rider weight versus pressure listing on every clincher box and every tubular hang tag, as the ideal pressure really does change based on rider weight. Higher tire pressures than recommended can distort the shape of the casing on the tire and quite easily add rolling resistance to the equation, much less increase an already bumpy ride and cause you to spend as much time off the ground as you do on the road. I'm Jim Douglas, and this is all you need to know about Zipp Tangente tires.